I want to say hello again to everybody who's been watching my channel and my videos, and in this one today I want to show everybody how they can get basically free plants for no cost. And whenever you pick up 6 packs, 8 packs, whatever from the store, in this case it's Swiss chard, usually they come 1 to a cell. But every once in a while you'll get some smaller ones that come 2, 3, 4 to a cell. And the way you get extra plants is you gently pull them out of here, very slowly. In this case there's 3 of them. And you very gently, sometimes you have to remove some of the soil, but you gently pull at them just to where they start to separate. And the key thing is that you want to make sure that when it comes away, it comes with roots with it. If it breaks off at the ground level, the level of the soil, and there's no roots on it, it's basically garbage, it's dead. But when it has roots on it, then you might be able to get an extra plant out of it. And you do the same to the others. Very gently teasing the roots apart. You don't want to pull too hard, but just a little bit, and then they come apart. And then you have basically a free plant. And you can take whichever one you like. Move the soil around with your finger or with a pen, however you want to do it. Put one of them back in the cell. Take some of the potting soil and pack around it. It's more than likely going to be floppy, you know, since you did pull it out of there and get rid of some of its roots. Take the others, set them aside. And you do the same again with the part that's got the multiple plants in it. And in this case again, instead of 1, I've got 3. So gently tease them apart. Sometimes you have to break up the little root ball that they're in. And don't be discouraged if one of them breaks off. That's bound to happen sooner or later. So just tease them apart. And there's another one. And then we've got another small one right in here. Just gently tease it apart. And there it is. Doesn't have many roots on it, but it's still tiny, so it will still have time to grow. And then just as before, you smooth out your potting soil in here. Put the plant back in. Take your extra soil, pack it back in, not too deep. You don't want it to rot in here. And then you just smooth it out again. Don't put them in direct sunlight for a few days, you know, until they can recover. Just give them a good, you know, a good drink of water, maybe with just a few drops of Miracle-Gro in it or other plant food, because you want it to get the extra energy to start growing again. But now, not only have you ended up with extra plants, but you've also thinned these out, so these will get larger. They're not competing with these anymore for nutrients or room or anything, so these will actually do better. And you've ended up with 4 extra plants, which with as expensive as everything is getting these days, you know, it does help. And then just basically gently gently pack it back in there, very gently, because these have lost most of their roots, so they're not going to be happy for a while. Just put them back in there. It doesn't matter the size of pot right now that you use, because these are still very young and very tiny, so don't worry about that. Right now you're doing the best thing you can by separating them, giving them their own room, their own spots to grow. And that's basically all there is to it. You just separate them into the various pots. That's the way I do it. Just stick a pin in there and move it around. You get a nice opening in here. You can do it wider, however you need, for the plant. And then use the back end of the plant, so you don't want the sharp end. You just want to gently, gently tap those roots back in, and then bring the soil in. Don't worry if it's a little floppy. It'll straighten itself up when it reaches for the light. And that's basically how you do it. And since this was about $3.50 for a pack of 6, and you got 4 extra, that's basically, you just made yourself, $2.50. So that's extra money that you can put back into your wallet for some other project that you need to do. And that is all there is to it for separating the various plants. And another quick tip about onions: if you buy onions in these little bunches at the store and they're all dried out, usually the roots are just nothing but powder and dust. But you just take and put them in a little bowl of water, and they will perk right up and start sending out new roots like crazy and start growing. You will, however, have to change your water every few days, because it will start to smell like rotten onions. So just wash off your onions, dump out your water, pour in clean, and that way you can keep them going inside until your soil is ready outside. And hopefully that has helped some folks to learn how to get extra plants for nothing, and how to hopefully care for some onions. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.